is ready to go once more as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback. On play action, here's Jackson. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
And an Anchorage first down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready.
Handoff here, up the middle. There he goes, inside the 30. And he'll be taken down. A pickup of 12 yards. Good for a Bears first down.
At the 29-yard line.
In the shotgun, here's Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Anchorage. It's his second touchdown of the year.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate. Great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Here's Goff. This one intercepted. He works free, right side.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Like, you're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
21, Bears 17.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. This taken at the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing, Goff. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. 3rd and inches. Here's Goff. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. Call it a gain of 13. That's enough for a first down.
Yards on the play. That's good for Mexico City. First down.
They'll run it straight ahead with Scott. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 10 more on that one. Just enough for another first down.
Mexico City. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's gone. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8. From the 35, here's 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
19, start, take go.
A run up the middle with Chubb. And he'll take this this one in. Touchdown, Golden Eagles. That's his third rushing touchdown of the year. The extra point try forthcoming. The kick is good. And the Golden Eagles add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
17.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Check, Montez, check, Montez. Go.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. Going to bring up second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Seven Pirates, seven Pirates. Come on. 60 Vices, 60.
From the gun, Jackson. That's Cooper open right side.
18 yards.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10.
And the Bears first down.
Here's Jackson. This one complete to Dorsett. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 20-yard pickup there. Good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Jackson. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. It's an incompletion.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
Ready.
They send a receiver in motion left.
Ready.
Off the play fake. Jackson rolling right. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. The PAT is up and good. And the Bears will cut the deficit down to 4. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on first and 10. He'll throw it left and has his running back. He'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
What a luxury. There's certain teams when they have a guy like this. I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down. They run a toss to Chubb. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up first and goal.
That's another Mexico City first down.
Go,
Here's Chubb. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I will be right back after this. Chubb. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up
Third and goal. Goff to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be forced to throw that one away. Excellent work defensively. It took away all the options. And now it is 4th and goal.
Down this close, 3rd and goal. I think that's a really good decision. Give your coach the ability to make a decision on 4th down. Do you take the points, or do you keep your offense out there and go for 6?
This caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Mexico City. His 2nd touchdown of this first half. The kicking team off for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Golden Eagles are able to extend the lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
A first down throw for Jackson. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Ready. 60.
A run now on 2nd down. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. So 2nd and 5.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Here comes 2nd and 4. Throwing Jackson. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
19 Lions.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
Ready. Cowboy 8. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Panther 11. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Now Jackson. Forced out wide. This is hard toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Anchorage.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end in the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
32.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be forced out of bounds. And with that, time has run out on this first half. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Check. Let's go now.
The third quarter begins with a run. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Play action now. Jackson. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down. Jackson now. They'll look to set up the screen here. Down the right sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Bears.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
He'll start at the 4. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yardage, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
It's a gain of 5.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. From the gun, it's Goff. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Back to the air, it's Goff. And he's open middle of the field. It is caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Off to throw on first down. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Now, Goff. Short throw there, pulled in by Evan. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. Goff. He pulls it in around the 5. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and third down conversions. Now after that last third down pickup, it's first and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
No gain on the play. Leads to
Go again from the 3. It is second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up third and goal.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And this will pay off. It is caught. John Bates. Touchdown, Golden Eagle. Now for the point after. He gets it to go. And the Golden Eagles go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Here we go, shot. Cowboy 8 with Ryan. Cuddy.
Handoff as they try to run it here. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. We'll try to pick this up on third and 8. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. He gets that to the veteran Aguilar. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Bears first down. On play action, here's Jackson. Escaping to his left. And he let him a bit too much. The pass is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
Now, faking the give. Moving outside the pocket. And he's going to wind up going out of bounds. That's a big mistake. He needed to fling that to the sideline. Instead, it'll be a huge loss.
I understand what he's trying to do, Mike. He's thinking, can I extend this play? Can I get out of the pocket and buy some time for my receivers? But on these early downs, that's a ball that just needs to be thrown away.
Ready? Check, box, 70 Lions. Ready?
Jackson going to keep it himself. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down. The Bears call out their field goal team. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Reek Woolen brings him down. From the 38 now, here's second down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down. To throw is Goff. Middle of the field, he's got Evans. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or two short.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field. So I'm not sure if this is miscommunication or just bad execution, but either way, this is a ball that just needs to be completed. I mean, it's fourth down, money moment. You've got to be good in these critical situations, and when there's opportunities for plays to be made, you got to make them.
A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Anchorage. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is up and through. And the Bears will go up by 7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Goff. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the third. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Goff. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Shoots everyone. It's through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, we're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on fourth and goal.
Check, Panther 60, Panther.
His drive will start on the ground, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. It is second and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to pick up a first down. Nice run to the 18-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this past the 25, out to the 27. A pickup of 7.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
He's going to have enough for the 1st down. He'll take this to the 30.
And defensively, these are the opportunities, Mike, at this stage in the game. You just can't miss. It's a close game. 4th quarter, you find yourself trailing. You've got to be able to come up in that spot and force a stop. Instead, now the offense can drain even more time off the clock with a fresh set of downs.
And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Jackson looking to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. 11 yards on the connection there. Good for a Bears 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Anchorage 1st down.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Bears. Point after now from Tucker. He knocks it through. And the Bears will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Golden Eagles 42.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
A 2nd down throw for Goff. A pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass ball's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
This one down the field, but wind up incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. It is a touchdown. And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. This one complete to Dorsett. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive. Play action now. Jackson Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Golden Eagles will take over here at their own 12.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
On first down, it's Goff. That'll be intercepted. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the goal line. Nearly a pick six, but he does set up the offense with first and goal. Now it's Jackson. That is caught side of the end zone. Touchdown, Anchorage. And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays are reviewed, so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Makes the score Bears 63, Golden Eagles 48.
Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Makes it second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing here is Goff. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. They come to the line, needing 6 yards for a first down. From the gun, on third down, it's Goff. That pass sideline is caught. Catch stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
Now second and 10.
Back to the air, it's Goff. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
An 11-yard loss on the play. Brings up
So
third
2
down.
minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. They'll drop to throw. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. That's taken in. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on fourth down. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Now, on second and long. Throwing, Goff. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs.
That's to the sideline. It is intercepted, but I don't think he was able stay in bounds, and indeed, the officials concur. It is incomplete very nearly a turnover. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to look downfield once again. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. And now he loses the football. And they are going to get this one back. Wouldn't that be something? Double turnovers, but instead, they'll keep possession after the interception.
Ready.
They'll begin with a zone read. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point try now for Tucker. He's got it. And the Bears are going to extend their lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Goff to throw on first down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good gain on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up
On second down, Goff. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
26 yards.
Here's first and 10.
Mexico City's first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps.
And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Goff has his offense ready for this two-point try.
For a two-point conversion.
Exiting the pocket right. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Second and 11. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this fourth quarter. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.